welcome to the Memorial Ground. It is cold, it is wet, it has been wet all day. I'm astounded that we've managed to get the game on, but we have. There is an area on the pitch, if you look to the right-hand side of the centre circle, that is sloppy, it's muddy, it's old school, but we'll be playing in it tonight. Referee wasn't sure, two teams colluded together, got the game on, and we're ready for this cup fixture in the Premier Challenge Cup third round. And it's a big tie because it's the two top teams in this competition. It's the top team from the north versus the top team from the south. Us in the south, Rayners Lane in the north. Two high-flying teams, and I am looking forward to seeing what it's all about this evening. I will be joined in a bit by, I think, Mr. Daryl Sanders, but I'm not sure when that will be. So it is just me this evening for a bit. And then I'll be joined by a second commentator. And let's see what happens this evening. But yeah, like I said, it is wet. Spaces to sit, stand. Oh, loads. Probably about 10. Absolutely, yeah. Come and join me on the mic if you want. Welcome back to the Memorial Ground. It is Farnham Town versus Rayners Lane at home in the Premier Challenge Cup. It is cold, it is wet, and we are ready to go. Your Farnham Town team is as followed with multiple changes, so do take note. It is Pat Nash in goal, right back Brandon Kalu, centre back partnership is Josh Leyland and Toby Sherman. Left back is Joe Goddard, centre midfield partnership of Lamar Karoma and Max Meaton. Those of you who watched lots of last season will remember that centre midfield partnership. And then a front four of Kai Tanner, Dean Rule, Lewis Flatman and Charlie Poston. So I don't expect many substitutions to be made tonight. This is a game that Farnham Town will be looking to get minutes in the legs of lots of different players. A few key absentees, but we will see what happens this evening. Joe Jackson, Tom Smith, probably the names you recognise on the bench. Jack Knight also listed on the substitutes. It will be interesting to see if either Tom or Joe get any minutes. They weren't expecting to play as they came to the ground this evening. Captain this evening is Lamar Karoma. He captained the side all last season. At the back end, lifted the cup. But it's a very different look Farnham Town team this evening. Rayners Lane will play in yellow, Farnham Town in pink. And we will get underway very, very shortly.
Promoted. No, I'm not commentating. I'm just watching from another angle. Sorry, mate. Can I just move?
Mr. Hibbert. He's in.
I'm in.
Welcome to the
Slightly better view.
Yeah, it's the best view in. This is it's the best view in football up here. It's the director's box, they call it.
Is that Johnson there? I couldn't find the meal.
Lamar Karoma into the centre circle with the referee. Referee who, to be fair to him, wasn't looking to call this game off at any point, despite worries about the muddiness on the right-hand side of that centre circle. So got to give him credit where he's due. Not busy here at the Memorial Ground. Wasn't expecting it. These cup games never seem to get the same sort of attraction as the league and the Vars.
Yeah, opponent is outside.
But still nice to see the regulars come through the gate at Farnham Town. There is a chili con carne being served on the far side. in our new mystery kitchen. But it will be an interesting test for Farnham's 11 tonight. Very, very different look. And by the looks of things, Rayners Lane are going pretty full strength. The top team in the north side of the combined counties against the top team in the south. Let's see how things pan out.
Someone's getting lucky tonight. Let's go!
Lewis Flatman with the ball forward. And Rayners Lane launch it forward with a bit of a slip, as I'm sure there will be all evening on a very soft surface. Studs will be required, no moulds out there. As the ball goes over Joe Goddard's head and away by Josh Leyland. Kai Tanner starting on this right-hand side. Looks like Dean Rule on the left as he gets the ball. Well under control, and Flatman in the 10. Looks for Meaton in that muddy area. Loses the ball, but Dean Rule does well to win it back. And Karoma, who's been a mainstay of the Farnham Town midfield over the last year, finds himself starting after turning up to the ground, not expecting it, and it is a Farnham Town corner early on. Corner on the far side. Goes short to Dean Rule, opens his body, shoots, and it's another corner for Farnham Town. Rayners Lane identifying the short corner. And this one, I imagine, will go into the box. Farnham Town without Ryan Canane's height, but they're replacing it with Charlie Postins, and the ball comes out and away from danger by Rayners Lane. And Goddard doesn't see the danger, but has got away with a moment of lack of concentration. And Nash sends the ball forward. And I'm pleased to see the ball bounce in that area, as it wasn't earlier. Rayners Lane in the yellow, long and over the top. But it's a poor, wasted opportunity for Rayners Lane. And Leyland with the ball over the top, and that's a much better ball, and he's onside here. He's beaten a man. And Dean Rule slots it home. It's a really nice passage of play from Farnham. Won the ball back. Leyland played the long pass, very akin to Ryan Canane's to Charlie Postins only about a week ago. Rule took it down, composed, and slid it underneath the goalkeeper. And Farnham Town find themselves 1-0 in front after only a couple of minutes.
Finish, Ruley!
Very, very good finish from Dean Rule. And Farnham Town take an early lead. Centre-backs for Rayners Lane weren't really concentrating as the ball came over the top. It skipped away on the surface, and Dean Rule did well to capture it, and then very coolly slid it underneath the goalkeeper. Off to a very bright start. Ball goes long again towards the number 9 for Rayners Lane, who wins it at the second time of asking, and now it's out wide on the right hand side. Clips in. Oh, it's a really nice header away in the end with a striker lurking behind him. Farnham Town's defender gets it away. Couldn't quite see who it was. As Rayners, they take the ball, corner kick quickly. And that is a Farnham Town goal kick.
Reedy, why is that too difficult? Just get break the ball. I'll give it the other one all the time. Yes, Milas, with you. Relax. Relax. Help him, Frank.
Bit of a 50-50 challenge on the goal line, and it's again a Farnham Town goal kick.
Gamble up him, Kai.
Ball goes long, Flatman jumps. Second time gets the ball away. Great header by Dean Rule. Not quite what was after for Charlie Postance. You can hear the slaps of water underneath the feet of each side. Bit of misunderstanding between the two centre-backs, and he's in with an opportunity here for Rayners Lane, and he scores. It was a misunderstanding between a makeshift back four for Farnham and Rayners Lane at equal quickly, despite Pat Nash's best efforts. Farnham Town get us back underway, and it's Flatman on this near side, but one back by the Rayners Lane number 10. Ball goes over the top, and again Rayners Lane are in here. Not track their runners, and Kalu's done well. And Sherman away. Kai does well, as does Flatman. Brilliant from Tanner. Clips it across the pitch, holds up a bit for Postance, but he drives into the box on that far side. Cuts inside, shoots, bobbles! It's in! Bobbles over the goalkeeper's hands, and already inside 10 minutes, there's 3 goals in this game. And I'm not even sure the goalkeeper can blame the wetness on that one. It's not too bad down there.
What's up with him? What's up with him? Oh. I probably could have told him that before the game.
Postance with the goal. Won't be the best goal of the season. We might put it in the reel regardless. Farnham Town 2, Rayners Lane 1. 3 attacks so far, 3 goals. Ball goes long. That seems to be the instruction from the Rayners Lane bench from this left-hand side. Really nice touch from Postance. Good from Max Meaton, but it's a Rayners Lane throw it. Long ball out to that far flank. Really nice header from the Rayners Lane player inside. And Farnham Town regain the ball. It's back and forward by Pat Nash, and it will skip forward. And that's the unpredictable part of the pitch. Great ball over the top. And I can't believe the referee hasn't really given that one. It looked absolutely stone wall that he was going to give it, and he's instead booked the player for diving. For all the world, it looked like that was going to be a penalty. Nash comes out, doesn't get anywhere near it, and in the referee's angle, it was a dive.
He's closer than I am. Jono. Stone wall. Stone wall. Yeah. Took him right now. We really wind you up.
Ball comes loose in the middle of the pitch. Dean Rule. Lamar Karoma looks wide now with Lewis Flatman. Outside the boot, across the pitch, great knock. Really smart from the goalkeeper to come off his line quickly, but Postance was lurking, looking for a second. And Farnham Town's third, and it's only 10 minutes played. Been an exciting cup tie so far, with a different look Farnham Town team. 9 changes from the team that started on Saturday, as Kalu flicks it on. And it is a Rayners Lane throw-in. A few opportunities for some under-23s and under-18 players out on the pitch, as well as some players that are looking for minutes in the legs, either coming back from injury or just not being involved in the last week or so. But thanks very much for joining, and it is a Farnham Town throw-in just in front of their penalty area. Flatman over the top. Postance with a poor pass, didn't really look up before he did it, but it's come out to Tanner, and that is a great through ball for Rayners Lane from Tanner. And it's smartly done by Kalu. Back to Max Meaton, and safely back to Pat Nash, who avoids the bobble, but then puts a poor pass, and it's a poor touch from Meaton. But that's a really good tackle, using the mud on the pitch to his advantage. Ball goes long. And it's forced away by Rayners Lane. One back, high up on the pitch. Tanner comes across. The ball's in field and Karoma picks it up. Kalu goes into Postance. Falls out. Right, that's much smarter from Postance. Out wide to an overlapping Max Meaton. First time the ball comes across, it's more of a shot. And the goalkeeper takes it very safely. Through the melee of the mud in the middle, and that's a very, very poor pass. Goddard to Dean Rule, who looks like he's much more confident after his early goal, and it's a nice through ball, but offside, but Postance finishes it regardless.
You got to go in there, Maxie.
Farnham 2-1 to the good against the Combined Counties North League leaders in Rayners Lane in this cup game. 9 changes to this Farnham team. Rayners Lane with a spell of possession here. On the near side, cuts inside.
Move it now, really.
Into the striker, who brings it down, and Meaton does well, but Rayners Lane recover. That's a clever switch of play, straight to the feet of the wide player. Karoma commits, doesn't get that. And Kaitana flicks it up, but it's more up than away. Farnham Town do end up getting it away via Dean Rule, and it's a smart clearance. And Farnham Town will pick up the second ball. And it's played the ball. Dean Rule back inside. Smartly played to Max Meaton through the mud. Out wide to Kai Tanner. Tanner low. Cleared away. Well tackled by Tanner. Keeping them in their own half. It was a lively first 15 minutes, that's for sure. 3 goals from 3 true attacks. Ball goes long. Leyland. Nicely played, coolly played, into the path of Dean Rule, who drives forward. He's into the box now. Dean Rule. Oh, it's a really nice save. He probably should do better, Rule. But it was a very positive move. Another pass from Leyland forward to Dean Rule again. And that was the success formula for the first goal. But it was a good save from the goalkeeper to deny it. Big tackle in the middle.
Move it now, Reedy. Move it.
Throw in Farnham Town. Header by Lamar Karoma. Back home from Sherman towards Pat Nash, who goes along to path of Charlie Postance, who does shove the defender in the back, and that is a yellow ball. Interesting feel to this game. Not a huge crowd. Smattering of people in the stand opposite. Smattering of people behind the goal in their usual space, the clock end. But a low-key affair here for Farnham. Got to have a few of them. And that ball runs all the way out for a goal kick.
Right. Have a look when you're passing on. Max is already picking one up. You passed him on, he's thinking. Have a look when we're passing him on to. I noticed it.
Pat Nash with the goal kick. Farnham Town ball, ignores his linesman.
Brad! Don't go too top. We got the ball, remember?
Don't be! Don't get
Postance brings it down. Can't get it the second time of asking. It does go into the muddy area. And look now, it's released out wide into a much greener area to Kai Tanner. Farnham Town looking for their third as it goes long towards the back post. Tanner with a back. It's come out to Rule! Goal! Farnham Town 3. Rayners Lane 1. 18 minutes played. It's been all action so far. As the ball went out wide from Meaton to Kai Tanner. Took his time. Stood up the man. Got it in with his right foot. Deep. Postance does really well. And it falls to Dean Rule, who passes it into the back of the net.
Well done, son. Charles, well done.
Charlie Postance really, really important in that build-up, as was Meaton and Kai Tanner. But Dean Rule, second goal, and already on a hat-trick after only 18 minutes. Rayners Lane have looked good in possession, but they lose it there. Kalu long. It's going to skip away again. Defenders do well. That's a poor touch though. And Postons through on goal. And, oh, Tanner picks it up, but he was just offside. Rayners Lane very comfortable having the ball at the back. They've struggled to get it forward with any impetus. As Farnham Town break up play again, and they have a huge amount of space with 3 men coming forward. Goes across the pitch. Meaton, same attack as before. Kai Tanner, ball comes across. It's again towards. Oh! It was Postons, then it was Flatman, and he couldn't quite divert it towards goal. But Farnham look dangerous every time they come forward down this right-hand side with Kai Tanner.
Kai, excellent, good boy. Two, Kai. Brad.
Oh, go with it!
Ball comes out and it's sensibly done by Leyland, picked up by Kalu. And Nash kicks it forward towards Flatman, who flicks it on. Kai can't quite keep it with his left foot.
Josh, get in! Marco, go! Josh, inside!
Stay high, Joel. Stay high.
Ball comes inside the fullback. It's a really nice pass inside Joe Goddard, one-on-one with Pat Nash, and it's a great save by Nash. Popular figure from behind the clock end. Does really, really well to keep that out. But it will be a worry for Farnham Town that one pass is able to cut them open. Rayners Lane work a short corner. Still in that corner, get it across, and it's well defended. And again, well defended by Kalu. Farnham Town look dangerous every time they've come forward and have scored 3 goals already inside 25 minutes. Rayners Lane had one or two attacks and only a miscommunication between a new look back 4 ended in a Rayners Lane goal.
That'll do, Joel. That'll do. That'll do, Joel.
Nice play from Rayners Lane into the striker. Leyland's done really well to come away with it and get it clear. Nicely flicked on by Tanner. Postons looks to keep hold of it but loses it. And now looks to win it back, but it's a nice ball down the line in behind the fullback for Rayners Lane, who clips out towards the back, and he is free. And it's away, but only as far as the edge of the box. When he'll be able to get a shot in, he can't, it's blocked. And Farnham live to fight another day.
Jono. Joe, just draw onto that ball, innit? Yeah, I know. Just draw on that ball.
Ball gets cut back. Nicely. One more. So many blocks. It was like pinball in the Farnham box at the moment. Rayners Lane with another chance to get the ball forward. Do well to get it out wide. Ask him to get up. Headed. Oh, just wide. But Farnham Town under a decent bit of pressure here. Referee is determined not to give a penalty this evening.
Definitely pin.
Maxie, good. Just when we're set up and they have it, make sure you're not sitting on the back foot and you step out. Yeah, fucking step in.
Long from Nash, jumped. Contest between Postance and the centre half, but it wasn't Postance who won it that time. Ball goes long towards Tanner, who brings it down well and does well to get it to Brandon Kalu. Tanner.
Drop off, make it big!
Sherman. In his first Farnham Town start, Sherman probably out of position. And Postance loses the long ball. Rayners Lane definitely had the better of the ball in the last 5 or 10 minutes, but they are 3-1 down. And if you're joining us late, yes, it's quite muddy on the right-hand side. Ball comes long again, inside the centre-back and the full-back, into the box. Ball comes across, and Pat Nash gobbles it up, and he'll be enjoying it out there, Pat. Not had a huge amount to do all season, not a huge amount of saves to make, and I think he'll be busy this evening. Out the hands from Nash towards Postance. And it skips away. And that is a poor tackle from Charlie, who will probably get a yellow card. And he will. Rayners Lane having to play it short again. The 6. Out to the centre back. Clips it up. Goddard with the header on the far side. Plays it inside, left footed to Lamar, who travels. Captain for this evening. Sherman. He looks to clip it up towards Tanner, who tries to keep it in, does well towards Max Meaton, but can't get there. Meaton gets lucky with the deflection. But Rayners Lane get the ball back.
That'll do, you just cut the line, Kai. Just cut the line, that's all.
Rayners Lane working their way around the back.
Perfect, Kai.
Around the corner there, nicely from the wide players on the near side.
Now move it, Greedy. Move it.
Trying to double it up and win the ball back with Tanner, who looks to drive forward and does really well, beating 2. Still with the ball.
Excellent, Kai.
And wins the throw really, really well. Referee asked the number 8 to calm down.
Brad, just make sure Joe, left back, don't get drawn into the ball constantly with the gaps in beside him, yeah? Just fucking focus on the fucking ball, yeah?
You can see off the pitch. Get him off the pitch. Just play them, ref, just play. Just off the pitch. Ref, just play. Just get off. Don't get caught. Ref, come on, man. Ref, he's trying to get the mick out of you. Come on, he's off the pitch, man. Fucking hell.
Referee gets Tanner off the pitch.
Drop off.
Flatman. Farnham lose the ball. Throw in Rayners Lane. I think it's Tanner's boot below me that's causing a problem. But he seems to have got it back together. And Tanner is back in action. As Rayners Lane continue to dominate the ball. But Farnham do lead 3 goals to 1. It's another poor pass.
Conversation's getting boring.
Rayners Lane moving the ball nicely. Out to the wide man who skips past Brandon Kalu. Gets the cross in towards the back stick, and there will be a goal kick.
That was a stretch for me, that. You know when you get on your knees, halfway up, no one to help me out. I got halfway up and I was like,
Can you try not to think sorry to be that guy.
Nash with the goal kick. Ball goes into Postons, but he needs to do better to hold it up, but gets away with a second ball, and it's a ball forward towards Tanner, and he'll contest the second. Rayners Lane again with a poor pass. Tanner comes away with the ball, as does Kalu, but loses it with a poor touch.
drop off, make it big!
Karoma, Meaton,
If you need to, Max.
clips it forward towards Postons, who uses more of a defensive header than an attacking one. Back to Rayners Lane number 10. The team in yellow have plenty of the ball in this sort of area of the pitch. And finally they've been able to break the line. Here with the number 3. As the 10 marauds forward. Nice 1-2. And again, this is nice from Rayners Lane. Work it wide now. And away from danger by Brandon Kalu, but Rayners Lane are coming again. They come in droves. It's drifted past 1 or 2. Can't quite get the ball on the far side. He's into the box. It's across the goal, and it's 3-2. And Farnham have been cut open there with relative ease. For the people that have come tonight, be it paying £5 or donating to the food bank and getting in for free, they've had their money's worth in terms of goals. Farnham gets back underway, and it's Kamuruma who invites Tanner forward. Throw into Rayners Lane, who they'll give it straight back to their goalkeeper. Nicely intercepted by Tanner. And Rayners Lane move themselves up the pitch for a throw-in, which goes in behind the fullback. And he drives into the box. But Sherman has done well and gets rid of it, but hastily and straight to a Rayners Lane player. Ball goes in. Headed away by Leyland really nicely. But it's still Rayners Lane on the ball. Farnham struggling to control the game. Postons has read that one. Back to the goalkeeper, and it's only just making it to him. Leyland with a nice touch. Turns around and looks for the pass, makes it. Flatman. Infield to Karoma. Nice, better from Farnham Town. But they lose it with a wasteful, hopeful ball. Leyland with a touch. And losing. Rayners Lane gets back underway. Nice touch from the centre back, and it's a nice pass. Positive, out wide again. They've been dangerous on this side. The overlap, trying to clip it up, and Pat Nash takes it comfortably. Nash long towards Postons, who jumps. Doesn't win the header, but wins Farnham Town a throw it.
Get Max beside you. Fucking hell.
Meaton clips it forward, but to nobody. Away from danger. Meaton wins it back. And that's a poor pass from Sherman, who looks to make up the ground as he comes forward. It's really nice from Leyland, but it's only as far as the... It's a really, really good finish from the Rayners Lane number 9, and it's 3-3 after 35 minutes. It came from a Farnham Town mistake, and Farnham Town have been punished. It's been entertaining. Farnham Town, remember, have made 9 changes this evening. Got a couple of under 23 players on the pitch. One there probably made a mistake, but those mistakes are the ones that you learn from. Toby Sherman playing out of position at centre back in his Farnham Town debut start, giving the ball away, and Farnham Town punished by an excellent finish from Rayners Lane number 9, Elliot Buchanan.
Yes, go on! Really, yes, women, go on!
Does well there, Sherman. Finds Karoma, and that's better to Max Meaton. Rule. Rule finds looks for a pass to Postons. Farnham Town with a bit of momentum here. Need to keep the ball. Get it into the centre where it's the hardest to keep the ball. Karoma. Kalu.
Stay still, Max.
Karoma drives forward. Still Karoma. And he's given it. Looked like a foul to me. And Farnham Town don't get a lot of free kicks in these areas. This season we've probably had 1 or 2 in the spell of about 21 games. I don't remember many opportunities for us to shoot from this distance, but we do have players on the pitch that can do it, and it probably will be Lewis Flatman. The last time he picked the ball up from this range, facing this goal, he put it about 80 yards over the bar in the cup final. It was positive running from Mark Karoma, get us into this position. And an opportunity for Flatman, who strikes the ball really well, to have a shot on goal and test the goalkeeper. A goalkeeper that's already let 3 goals in the first half. With the surface, you want this to be slipping and sliding towards the goal. Flatman over the ball, shoots. Great save, low and away for a corner kick, but it was a really nice strike from Flatman. It was the right idea, and it was a good, smart save from the goalkeeper. Corner kick. Tanner gets it in. Header towards goal, and it's saved simply by the goalkeeper. It was a header by Josh Leyland. It was a good header, but it was straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. positive from Farnham to win the ball back. Keeping the ball on that far side, away from the mud in the middle of the pitch. Clips up. Tanner offside. The referee has stopped play for Tanner in the box. He's been down a couple of times already this afternoon. If you're joining us late, first of all, thank you and subscribe. Second of all, this is a cup game. It's a cup game that Farnham Town have made 9 changes since their Vars action on Saturday. So it's a very changed team. Some under 23s, lots of under 18s, and plenty of players also in the first team. They're getting away from that, but are looking for minutes. No players who started or played minutes really, other than Lamar and Pat Nash in goal on Saturday, playing today. So totally changed team, and been very positive. A lot of positives to take from a 3-3 first half, mainly if you're a neutral. You enjoyed 6 goals in some cup football on a cold Tuesday night. Opportunity for Rayners Lane to get the ball in to the box yet again. They've scored 3 times down there in front of the clock end. Get it towards goal, headed away by Lamar Karoma, and strike is over the top of the goal and into the fans in the clock end. Nash with the kick. Headers high but not away by Rayners Lane, and Sherman clears. It's quickly taken by Rayners Lane, who feel like they could get something before the half. It's still in. Rayners Lane will rebuild their attack. About 5 minutes left probably. 3 minutes are normal and a couple of minutes of added time for mainly Kai Tanner related stoppages.
Stay in there, Reedy.
Rayners Lane probably have dominated the ball. Farnham Town definitely scored the better of the goals, but they all count for the same amount. It's Farnham Town 3, Rayners Lane 3 so far. On the edge of the box, nice turn. And a foul on the edge of the box for Farnham Town. I'm expecting most of the Farnham players to get 90 minutes in their legs, because there's only 3 named substitutes and 2 of them we're not expecting to play this evening, so not expecting many changes at all for the Farnham Town, which on a heavy pitch like this will be hard work for the players out there. Header in field. Postance wins it, and it's Karoma. Leyland long towards Rule. Postance was running beyond him, but Leyland with the second ball win. Oh, and it can't quite. And it was Flatman who took a strike with his left foot from about 50 yards after the whistle was blown. And the goalkeeper was wise to it. And Rayners Lane rebuild again. Again down this near side. It's a really good ball over the top, and he is going to keep that one in. But it is offside. Long ball from Nash towards Flatman, who does well to win it, and it's Postons. Great touch into Rule for his hat-trick, round the goalkeeper. Great block on the line, and he's kept it in as well. And a foul by Dean Rule as Farnham Town looking to rework the ball towards the goal. But what a great chance for a Dean Rule first half hat-trick in a what would have been a 4-3 game before the half, which would have been quite incredible and not what people would have expected. It's more of a, probably expected to be more of a cagey affair with the two good teams. Obviously Farnham Town, lots of changes, conceded a few goals from problems they've made themselves. Flatman forward, to slightly overhit, but towards Kai Tanner, and he will keep it in. Tanner has been productive from this area already today. Kalu, who is left-footed. Tanner works it back to Karoma, who moved the ball to Meaton. Sherman. Karoma. Kalu. Sherman. Farnham Town enjoying a bit of possession, and that's a wasteful ball forward from Sherman. Straight to the goalkeeper, but Farnham Town certainly have moments where they look very dangerous going forward, and that was probably a chance that Dean Rule thought he was going to make his hat-trick with as he rounded the goalkeeper, looked up, slotted it home, but there was a man coming across, and he did really well, the Rayners lane defender, to keep it out the goal. Nicely intercepted by young left-back Joe Goddard, making his second Farnham start, aged 16 or 17. Very impressive young man on that far side. Back towards Sherman, who lofts it forward with his left foot. Nicely done. Ball's kept in. Flatman does well, but pulls up as he goes forward. Kalu has nearly been beaten there on the near side. Keeping an eye on Flatman on that far side after that 50-50 tackle. Luckily for him, it's 47 minutes played, and we're going into the half time. But as a neutral, if you're watching, if you're looking for what brand of football Thogden brings to Farnham Town, it's attacking. It's attacking football. Farnham Town 3, Rayners Lane 3 in the first half. Not on a scoreline I was expecting, and that's what you get with Thogden ball. Long by Kalu towards Dean Raw, who doesn't jump. And Rayners Lane get the ball forward again. Inside. And that is the half. Farnham Town 3, Rayners Lane 3, half time. It's been entertaining. You can't say any more than that. It's been a game full of mistakes from both sides. Goalkeeper howlers, muddy pitches, wet arses. But it's Farnham Town 3, Rayners Lane 3. I'm not sure if I'm going to be joined by anyone for half time, but I'm going to stay on for a bit. So I'll stay rolling. Do drop a comment what you think this final score is going to be. Currently 3-3, 45 minutes left to play. If it's a draw, I do think it goes straight to penalties, which is quite entertaining, quite exciting. If you don't know, we're creating a video with Thogden, the football YouTuber, today, and he is the assistant manager. He's in the dugout. He's working alongside Jono, and actually you may have heard them up in the gantry, but Paul Barry and Jimmy Hibbert, coach and assistant manager, were up in the gantry with me, staying away from impacting Thogden ball on the touchline. A bit different, a cup that is obviously not a major priority for Farnham Town this season. With the VARs, obviously we took the FA Cup seriously at the start of the season until we were knocked out by Chesham here at home, and also the league, with Farnham Town being the only team in the country to yet drop a point But this cup, less important, but always nice to win games, especially at home. And Farnham Town got off to a rocket of a start. Long ball from Leyland and a really nice cool finish by Dean Rule. Second goal was scored by Postance. It's a goal that the goalkeeper won't want to see again if you rewind to see that. It's a goal that wasn't struck with the most venomous power, but it bobbled over the goalkeeper's hands and dribbled, I think would be the fair term, into the middle of the goal. And then the third goal was a nicely worked piece of play. Max Meaton in the middle, out wide to Kaitana. Cross came in, was slightly overhit. Postance did really well at the back post to recycle it with his head. It dropped to Dean Rule and he just passed it into the bottom corner. Very, very nice. Few mistakes at the back has cost Farnham Town's 3 goals, both from centre-backs, full-backs, midfielders over-committing. But overall, I think Paul Johnson will be pretty happy with what he's seen out there from some players. I think Josh Leyland's been really good first half centre-back. One of our more experienced players in there, sort of helping the likes of Toby Sherman and Joe Goddard to his right and his left, centre-back and left-back through the game. I think Lamar Karoma has been very, very good so far. A player who turned up tonight not expecting to play and is captaining the side this evening. And obviously the front 4 boys in Lewis Flatman, Kai Tanner, Charlie Postance and Dean Rule have also been very, very impressive, but you would expect that from a front 4 of that calibre. And they're all out there to prove a point and want to get selected for Saturday's away game in the league against Red Hill. Apologies. Farm Town are back here at the Memorial Ground on Tuesday night against Shearwater. The groundsman will be looking at that area on the right-hand side as you're looking at the screen now, just to the right of that centre circle, and a real headache. It's certainly cut up there. We expected it, we knew it, but we just wanted to get this game on, and we have. 45 minutes gone. It's been very enjoyable. As a neutral, I'm sure it's been even more enjoyable. And if you're in the stadium, then you can go and get some chili con carne from the mystery kitchen on the far side. And if you are watching and you aren't subscribed, please do subscribe and watch Farnham Town's content every single week. We upload 2 or 3 times a week with highlights, documentaries, behind the scenes looks, what we do, and hopefully you can get some value out of that if you're a non-league fan. Thank you very much for watching along tonight, be it because you're a non-league player that got a game cancelled, or you're just interested, or a Farnham Town fan themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, we're back for the second half of this excellent Premier Challenge Cup game between Farnham Town and Rayners Lane. It's 3-3, and I'm joined with Thogden because it's been a lot of fun.
It has been spectacular. I can't believe it. It just reminds me of my youth, you know, growing up watching non-league football, Lancaster City.
In the mud.
And Mossley in the mud. Everything about it. The pies, the mud, the rain. The fans have been brilliant.
Yeah, they have.
Good voice behind
they
the
have.
goal. It's a fantastic occasion, and we've seen some really good football, haven't we?
We have.
Good attacking football out there.
We've seen some poor defending, we've seen some poor goalkeeping, but it's non-league.
That is very true. I mean, certainly, I was saying the amount of space out there is phenomenal compared to the Premier League and what have you. You've got to fight, haven't you, to find that that square metre of space. But the amount of space out here, this could easily be a 5-all or a 6-all.
Yeah, and I think it will continue to find the form of the goal scoring that we've seen in the first half. If you'd have asked me at the start of the game what I thought it would be, I thought it would be a tight 1-1, 2-1 kind of game, and it's been anything but. Like you said, loads of space. Goal scorers have looked really good in front of goal. There's been limited chances, but converted really nicely. And Farnham played some decent football with a makeshift team.
Absolutely did. There's some, wonderful individual performances out there. I mean, the number 13, I think he's called Flatman.
Lewis Flatman,
hangs the ball around really beautifully.
Really good free kick effort as well.
Yes, very good. And that was a really good save by the Rayners Lane keeper. Obviously, he atoned there for a little bit of an error earlier on.
The second goal is not one he's going to want to watch back.
No, he's not. And poor lad. Lots of YouTubers here today, but a wonderful game of football, and great for the neutral. And I was stood behind the goal with the town faithful, with Jamie and co, in great voice. They even got me to sing a little song.
Okay, nice.
So brilliant
Great.
atmosphere.
Well, yeah, look, it's not a massive attendance for us, but it's one that you're going to get the regulars down to, and they're going to enjoy it. We've also got the first team are sat next to the tunnel on the left-hand side, and they've been giving the boys some stick on the far side.
They have, and quite rightly too. and one thing I noticed, probably been pointed out, but it was beautiful to see the food bank.
Yes.
I mean, obviously today I think it's free to get in. You make a contribution to the food bank, and there's a table, isn't there, over there by the burger van. It is full of donations that people have brought, bags of mince pies and tin food and what have you, because obviously some people are struggling, aren't they, this time of year?
Yeah, it's important. They're also our front of shirt sponsor for the home kit.
Yes.
So we do as much as we possibly can for the food bank. It's a really important cause for us. The players get behind it as well. Every single player who comes to the game and plays for Farnham donates to the food bank on food bank days. So yeah, it's really important for us. We know that it's a tough time for people, cost of living and Christmas especially. So yeah, important for us to get that message out.
That's beautiful, yeah. And you do wonder that whether more Premier League clubs and what have you could do a similar thing.
Think of how much they'd get donated.
I know.
It would be incredible. But Rayners Lane have got an opportunity here, but really nicely defended. And there's been lots of slipping and sliding, especially in that area. When we walked out, when I first met you as you came across the pitch, and the referee said, "Oh, I'm not sure about this." That area has been interesting.
Do you know what? It's hard. I know the Rayners Lane goalkeeper made a bit of a clanger, but it is difficult on a pitch like this. I mean, I play a bit of Sunday League, and when the ball is slippery like that, it's tough.
Absolutely.
Rayners Lane on the attack.
Yeah, Rayners Lane have been good. It's more of a first team for Rayners Lane. Elliot Buchanan up front is a really good goal scorer. I think he actually had a spell at Newport.
Did he? Yeah.
So he's played a much higher level. Very good forward. Here's Dean Roy, who scored 2 in the first half.
Yes.
Of which the first one was beautifully taken. Could have had his hat-trick at the end of the game, at the end of the half.
Yes.
He rounded the goalkeeper.
Oh my goodness.
What a chance.
My goodness.
His eyes sort of lit up as he rounded the goalkeeper. First half hat-trick. And then the guy
Brilliant.
comes from absolutely nowhere and takes it off the line.
I know. But it's so you're confident. What was the mood like there in the dressing room? Is the feeling that you can grab this, win this game?
With everything like this, it seems to be a super open game.
Yes.
And I think there's lots of players out there trying to prove a point to the manager that they want to get picked.
Yes.
For the Saturday game against Red Hill away in the league, which we're flying in, and I think there'll also be some very tired legs. It's a heavy pitch.
It is.
So will we be able to go for the full 90 minutes? I'm not sure. I also think it's straight to penalties if it's a draw.
Is that right? Yes.
So that would be quite fun.
It will be, yes. Yeah, but I'm delighted the game's gone ahead. That was a sensible decision, wasn't it?
It was.
By the referees and by the managers.
Because on the whole, the pitch is fine. Like in the wide areas, it's fine. It is just that clearly that one area.
Yeah.
But it's not wet, it's just soft.
Yes.
And Nash makes a good decision. That's going right on our head.
Oh, have it. But he's a good keeper, Nash, isn't he? I know he...
Very young.
Young keeper, Everton Academy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
A local lad. Obviously, he's got the confidence. None of the goals were his fault. Let's say that.
No, absolutely.
Nothing he could have done about any of the goals.
And he actually made a very good save.
He did. He did.
Very early on to deny them of their second goal.
He did, yeah.
But yeah, very good player. Born and raised in Aldershot. Went and got a deal up at Everton. He's 19, and he's now played about 9 months of adult football.
Yes.
And that's making a big difference to his development, and he's getting so much better every day as Farnham Town come on the attack and go wide on the right-hand side.
Right.
Can they get the ball across with Kaitan and pulled back? And it's lofted away by Rayners Lane. But yeah, he's a very good shot stopper. Is lots of people comment on his height, and maybe that's his weakness, but his spring is fantastic.
Absolutely.
Leyland with the header away, and Rayners Lane again looking to assert their dominance on the game. And I thought to be fair to Rayners Lane, they kept the ball brilliantly in the first half. They knocked it about. They were patient at times, and Farnham really scored their goals on the counter attack. They
did. They took their chances, didn't they? Like you said, they could have gone 4-3 up there, but yes, Rayners Lane looked like a good team. And when they were 3-1 down, you could feel there's a couple of substitutions.
Double substitution.
Very, very interesting.
2 first team players, so a bit of 2 first team players coming on for 2 under 23s. Mr. Johnson and Mr. Thogden down there are looking for they can sense blood.
Yeah.
Joe Jackson coming on, number 2, normally squad number 14, and Tom Smith, left back number 3. It'll be interesting to see how we change here. I imagine Joe Jackson will go into central midfield. Max Meaton will move back to centre half, which he's done already on that far side, and Tom Smith will go left back. So totally new back 4.
Very interesting.
And Joe Jackson and Lamar will be nearly as close as you can get to Farnham's first team midfield.
Yeah. I thought that the number 4 who came off made a couple of important headers at times.
Yes.
Could have been a lot worse for Town if he hadn't made those. So
absolutely.
He did obviously a young lad. He's done a good job.
That's a great ball in behind, and Charlie Poston can't quite get onto it. But yeah, I thought Toby did well. One mistake cost us the 3rd goal.
Yes.
But that experience, it's his first start for Farnham Town. I think he's 17, Toby.
Wow.
So, big occasion.
Yes.
Great opportunity for him to start a game here. And I thought he did really well.
Brilliant.
Ball goes all the way through to a Rayners Lane player, and it is in that mud, and that's a great tackle.
I tell you what, there are some proper non-league challenges going in, aren't there?
And I can feel every time it happens in that area. I can feel the groundsman wincing as the mud cuts up.
Yeah.
And I feel exactly the same. But I know how important it was to get this game on tonight, so we can get this fixture out of the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's also like it's not been totally cold. Like the last couple of weeks has been deathly cold, and it's not been so bad this evening.
Yeah. I must say I was impressed by the food van over in the corner.
Yeah,
I had
do you have some there?
I had my chips with cheesy chips.
Nice.
And a bit of a hot chocolate,
Lovely.
well priced.
Yeah, no.
So I'd recommend that.
Yeah, we've worked hard. We want to get this place to be as family friendly as possible from a price point of view. You want to be able to bring. You want your dad or your mum to be able to bring you as a kid, and for them to spend less than 20 quid. That's the ideal. They can have a pint, a burger, some chips, a soft drink, and the entry, and they can spend less than 20 quid. And you can't. How many times can you do that in anything nowadays?
You can't. I mean, absolutely. You go somewhere like Wembley Stadium, and if you want some chips, you're paying £6-7. Here it was £2 for chips.
Absolutely.
£1.50 for a very large hot chocolate. Great value.
Yeah,
and it's important, that, isn't it? Because you bring the family along. You can easily be spending 20-30 quid on nothing. Yeah,
absolutely. And the families are what brings the revenue in for us, but also brings that community spirit behind the goal, and it makes it more of an occasion. And that's what's really important, to be able to grow a club like this. And we've gone from 100 fans a week about 18 months ago to close to 550 a week.
Wow.
Within 18 months. So those little things make a difference. People want to come back and enjoy themselves every single time. So that's good. We've got an injury down there. Farnham trying to pick out who that is. Oh, and that is a sub.
Yeah, so my son, young Thogden, seems to be enjoying his time as assistant manager for the day.
He's done a great job. Like I said to you at half time, he plays an exciting brand of football.
Absolutely.
You know, throws caution to the wind with the defence and goes all out for goals.
Absolutely, yes.
Looks like it's going to be Jack Knight who comes on. Jack has only played about 10 minutes of adult football for Farnham Town.
Has he?
Played in this cup's last round for us. I think naturally a central midfielder, plays for the under-23s. Looks like the injury is to Max Meaton, who had just moved from centre midfield, number 26.
Yeah.
Centre midfield in the first half, just moved to centre back.
Oh dear.
What I imagine will happen is Jack will go in at centre midfield, and Joe Jackson, who came on number 2, and I was just singing his praises, saying it was basically our first choice centre midfield partnership. I imagine he will now go to centre back.
Right. So how does the recruitment work at Town?
At this level, it's very, very manager centric.
Yes.
You know, who do they know, who have they managed before, who have they watched that they like, and it's about going out and watching games, you know, getting minutes in to actually go and watch opponents and and you know, teams and players individually that you want to go and identify. And then at this level, it's 7-day approaches. No one's really on a contract, so you know, everybody's on a rolling 7-day deal.
Right.
And so, you know, if you give 7 days notice to a club to say we're going to sign this player, they have no say, and then the player can agree personal terms after that 7-day window. Amazing. And then that's it, done. No money changes hands.
Right.
And then it's done and dusted. So yeah, it's an interesting difference to the pro game where it takes so long, it's drawn out, so many different things to work out with brand, image rights, and you know, everything that goes with that. We're here, it's 7-day approach into the club, wait 7 days, talk to the player, offer him the money you want to offer him, say yes or no, and he plays for you on Saturday.
That is incredible, isn't it?
Totally different game.
Yeah.
Totally different game.
Right, Rayners Lane got a bit of a cross whipped in from the left.
Nash
well taken by Nash. Safe hands on a very wet pitch. It makes it look easy. I did some goalkeeping on Sunday.
I saw that.
I shouldn't really talk about that, but
I saw that. Theo did you dirty by filming the wrong bit.
Yes. 10 seconds of being a shot, but that's the whole point about being a goalkeeper. You mess up once and you're in the spotlight.
That's a great touch as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, one moment as a goalkeeper.
That's got to be offside.
And you're in the in the bad highlight reel.
Yes, absolutely. In my case, you're on social media being laughed at by 1.4 million people.
Oh, it's an overhit pass. And the goalkeeper, although not to as many people, will feel exactly the same tonight. You know, he's had actually quite a good game. He made a big save against Dean Raw in the back end of the first half. But that clanger for the second goal, he will never want to see again.
Correct.
Substitution for three substitutions for Rayners Lane.
Wow.
Wait. Interesting to see their strength off the bench.
Yeah. So what do we know about Rayners Lane?
So, good side, had a recent takeover last year. They won the level below, so step 6 of the non-league pyramid last year. Did really, really well at the back end of the season to win the league. And then this season, they're top of the league, which is the adjoining league to ours in the north side. I think they've lost 2 or 3 games, or they dropped points 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But attacking prowess, they've got a bit of money, which they're spending on high impact players, the likes of Elliot Buchanan, who is in front of us here, number 9, who scored that excellent third goal. He did, yes. I think he also scored the second, but excellent third goal for Rayners Lane, and has sort of worked our defence really hard. He's a classic number 9, isn't he? He is. The way he looks and the way he plays. Big tackle, and that's in the mud. Dangerous. Chance. And Nash does well alongside Tom Smith. Oh, great ball. Flatman tries to stand it up against Charlie Postance, but that pass wasn't perfect. And that massive gash down that muddy period in the middle of the pitch from Josh Leyland will not be something the groundsman will want to see. No. He dived in about 2 seconds before he needed to make contact with the ball. Nice from Tom Smith, Farnham Town's first choice left back.
And how does it work with the academy, with the youth system here at Town?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, at this level, it's about trying to find that 1 or 2 players that can come in and make a difference. I thought he actually ducked down quite low there.
Yes, a little bit harsh.
Very harsh if he gets booked for that.
You should not book him for that.
So it's about finding 1 or 2, you know, success stories. You know, we've got the likes of Kai, number 20, who has come through all the way through the ranks at Farnham since the age of like 8 or 9.
Yes.
Then went to get a pro deal at Sutton United.
Right.
And has just come out. He had a bad ankle injury at the back end of last year. Sutton didn't end up re-signing him because of it, and just wanted to come back, start enjoying his football again. He's just turned 20. And Farnham is his boyhood club, and he wanted to come and do that.
Fabulous.
Owen Dean, who's not playing tonight but started on Saturday, 4 assists. Great save from Pat
well
Nash.
taken.
4 assists, 1 goal. Started really
Amazing.
hot. He's an academy product, 19 years old. That's
oh dear.
poor pass from Joe Jackson, and it's a great
dear.
touch from Elliot Buchanan for Rayners Lane. Rifle towards his strike partner.
Yep, Town got away with that one.
Absolutely. But we've, I mean, even Pat, right? Not a Farnham Town graduate, but a young player that we're looking to give minutes to and make an impact. But yeah, the likes of Joe Goddard, who has just come off for Tom Smith, but he's, again, 16, 17. You know, can you find a player like him and develop him over time?
Right.
To bring him in. And there's a chance here for Rayners Lane.
Oh dear.
And it's in. It's 4 goals to 3 to Rayners Lane. It was nicely worked down that left-hand side. They pulled it back into a huge amount of space on the edge of the box, and it was slotted home underneath Pat Nash and past Tom Smith on the goal line, and Farnham dropped for 4-3 deficit. First time they've not been winning. Yeah.
Yes, that is true. You've got to say that was coming.
It has been.
Yeah, certainly Rayners Lane have started off the strong. So yeah, they're gonna have to find it from somewhere.
Yeah, haven't really forced any sort of chances in the second half so far, Farnham. But they're in that, you know, with this area in front of us where the ball's just being played through in the second half, as it gets more and more cut up, it becomes harder to play through it.
Absolutely.
Is that going to be a problem for Farnham? We're yet to see. And also now Farnham have made all their substitutions. They made all the changes that they can make.
Right.
And like I said right at the start of chatting to you, there's going to be some heavy legs out there with this pitch.
Yes.
Ball goes over the top.
Oh my goodness.
In towards the forward, who goes wide. There's an man on the edge of the box.
Oh dear, referee says no.
He's waved it away.
That is the second big decision he's had to make, and I think he's got it right.
I'm not so sure.
You're not so sure?
I thought the first one was an absolute, on Pat in the first half, I thought that was a stone waller. But Farnham have got an opportunity here with Lewis Flatman. Out wide to Tom Smith, whose left foot will see this into the box.
Oh my goodness.
Goalkeeper drops it at the feet of Charlie Postance, who wasn't quite alive enough to turn it home. Farnham Town fans still in good voice behind that goal.
Absolutely. Jamie's got his big drum out. He's making some
The
noise.
neighbours will be absolutely delighted, I'm sure.
I've heard that sometimes the neighbours get a little bit annoyed.
I don't blame them, but not a lot they can do. They decided to live next to a football pitch.
That is very, very true. That is very true. So what's the story with the clock? I'm intrigued. Is that old or...?
It's quite old. I think it's not an original because I think obviously that building has been rebuilt, but I think it was there for a long time before in a smaller building.
Yes.
And then as the buildings have got bigger over time, it's remained there. So this used to be a brewery site.
Did it? Right.
So Farnham Town Brewery used to be here, and I think that would have been at that end.
Yes.
Of the brewery, and it's just stayed there forever, and that's why we've got our clock enders.
Fantastic.
And to be fair to the clock enders, they travel home and away brilliantly. We took 60 of them to Jersey.
Amazing.
Away, which was brilliant fun.
Oh, Nash picks it up. Yes.
And
tour, was that a pre-season tour of Jersey?
No, Jersey are in our league.
Oh, no, mate.
Yeah, so we have to play them. We have to play them every year. March 23rd, we're over to Jersey. We're actually taking the Pitchside Podcast Boys.
Brilliant.
Who are a sponsor of our away kit. So
yes,
that'll be a lot of fun.
Fantastic.
Flatman with a throw into the chest of Charlie Postance. Back inside to Flatman. Can't quite get the ball out of his feet.
And again,
Lamar Caroma looks to battle back. And that will be a Farnham Town throw. No, Rayners Lane.
Yeah, you got 22 players refereeing this game as usual.
Absolutely. 17 minutes played in this second half. Rayners Lane definitely the more dominant over the last sort of half an hour of game time.
Yes, they do look impressive in the second half.
Absolutely. Their first team obviously played in the first half. They've made 3 or 4 changes since. Still looking very good and comfortable on the ball.
So obviously you've had quite a few YouTubers and social media people visiting the club, so you're quite savvy, aren't you, as regards that side of things?
I suppose for us, we know that there's an audience there that we need to tap into. As Smith is beaten on the outside by...
Oh, dangerous.
Shot flicked away from Nash on the outside. No foul there for Farnham. Farnham looked to get it away, but still with Rayners Lane.
Good strong play.
Lamar Karoma, can he get rid of it? And he's gone through.
Yes, very strong
and
play.
Farnham did really well in the end to win the ball back. We know there's a new audience to be reached. I think lots of non-league clubs are blinkered to the idea of growth.
Yes.
And for us, we know that, in order to grow, we need to offer opportunities that, people like Theo can get the most out of.
Yeah.
And, the sidemen are obviously involved from a sponsorship point of view on this pink shirt with sides. Pitchside Podcast, a sponsor of the away kit, with Theo Baker and
of course,
Reeve and Tom Garrett, who are great fun and good supporters of the team. We do the Goal of the Month competition with those guys. Look, we know it's valuable. And to building that new audience and that family audience that we were talking about before, it's important that people want to come down to the town to see what those guys are involved with as well. And the sidemen have come here. They came for Tadley at home last year, and that was a lot of fun. Their $10 versus $10,000 football video, which was great fun with the flares, and they were in with Jamie sort of banging the drum. Ethan.
Yes. Oh, Jamie was telling me all about that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. Busy day that was.
Brilliant.
Because we didn't notify anybody that they were coming at all, so it was completely unknown.
Wow.
We started the day with 200 people in the ground. That was kick-off.
Yes.
And we finished the day with 700 people in the ground.
No way.
Because they all found out via Snapchat and Instagram and everything that Ethan, Simon, and who else came on that day? Ethan, Simon, and Harry.
Harry,
came along and had a great time.
That's incredible.
And to be fair, they got right involved. Exactly the same as you in the first half.
Yes.
Got behind the goal, started drumming away, chanting.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Had their burger. That's a great ball, by the way.
Oh.
Rayners ain't deal with it, but it was smart play.
Yes.
Flatman throws it to Lamar Karoma, plays it across to Joe Jackson in the mud bath. Jackson moves inside, naturally a midfielder, playing at centre-back now due to Max Meaton's injury. Out wide to Tanner. Dives inside and plays it back.
They move the ball around quite nicely, don't they?
That's certainly the MO from the management.
Yes.
Flatman, really nice. Back to Dean Rule, still got the ball.
Ooh.
Better. Jack Knight plays it back to Joe Jackson, which is a really good pass, and that was played back from Smith to Flatman. Flatman again. Better from Flatman, who pulls away from his player. Ruley. Josh Leyland. This is patient build-up play from Farnham. Probably the first time we've seen it all game. Back into the rhythm that they're normally in when they're playing on a Saturday. Nice. Knight. Jackson. Back to Dean Rule. Scored a brace so far this evening. We'll be looking for his hat-trick, I'm sure. Lamar Karoma. Rule. First time to Leyland. Farnham really knocking it about, finding some space, but Rayners Lane banked up well. Flatman. Patience from Farnham Town as Leyland steps up from centre-back. Flatman. Dean Rule moving nicely. Rule. Smith. Rule round the back, but intercepted, but it was the right idea. And Rayners Lane get it away and really nicely, but only as far this time as Lamar Karoma picks up the ball, beats 2, drives into the box,
into the area.
beats 3. Inside, bang. Karoma, great block, smart play. Now it's Dean Rule, dives inside, Rule!
Goal! Oh, that is brilliant.
What
oh,
a
that
finish.
is brilliant.
Hat-trick hero, Dean Rule cuts inside and finds the top corner.
My goodness, that was worthy of the Premier League. That was a superb finish.
Well, let's think about the move. Think how long and how patient Farnham Town were with the ball. They took their time. Josh Leyland had plenty of the ball at centre-back, moved it across. Joe Jackson, Tom Smith. It was beautifully worked. Lamar Karoma looked like he was going to get it away. This was a smart pass from Jack Knight. And then Dean Rule took his time, dived inside, and then how about that?
And he curls it. He doesn't try to smack it, does he? He places it. He knows exactly where that ball is going, into the back of the onion bag. And it is now Farnham Town 4, Rayners Lane 4.
What
it's
an
very
evening.
rare that you say that into a microphone, isn't it?
What an evening of football entertainment. Really has been good, and some really, really nice goals.
That was, but like you say, that was a couple of minutes of really lovely, patient build-up football, wasn't it?
That was the Farnham Town I know and love. Rayners Lane with a nice pass out wide to the number 2 into, I think, the number 15 who's just come on. Looks to be a tricky winger. Rayners Lane with their patient build-up play this time. It's been a real jostling, sort of like jousting match of a game between two very good teams.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! If he'd got a toe on that,
What a pass it would have been.
my goodness! Remains 4-4. And we're sort of halfway through the second half.
Yeah, we are.
An engaging game of football.
Just about to hit 70 minutes. It's been fun to watch. It has been fun to watch.
So Nash got a good kick on him with that left foot of his.
Ball towards Postons, who wins the header. Ball's up in the air from Rayners Lane, and it's Jackson who wins the header.
Nice
Playing
bullet
it as a
header.
makeshift centre-half after the injury. Farnham Town will want to recover the ball.
Ooh.
That's a really nice
That's an
interception from
important
Tom
interception.
Smith. And he gets the ball back, and he will look for Dean Rule just in front of me. Nicely played. Now Lamar Karoma. Rayners Lane back into a form of shape here in that 4-5-1 formation that they've employed all evening. Flatman. What will he look for? He will look wide and across the pitch.
That is a
Will it get
very
there?
ambitious
It will.
pass, and it comes off.
Kalu. Back to Joe Jackson. Flatman's starting to get more involved in the build-up play, and that's what Farnham will be looking for. Leyland. Flatman. Turn. Got a bit of space in front of him, Flatman. If he can find the pass, he can.
That
it's
is
really
a
good.
brilliant pass from Flatman.
Tom Smith's left foot. Get the ball in.
Who's
It's
there?
a
Who's
good
there?
ball. Oh, and he got the
my
header.
goodness.
Oh, it's a brilliant piece of defending, in fact, and it's a corner ball. But Farnham look dangerous when they
Wow.
just take their time and work the ball around the pitch.
Yes, suddenly this game has turned, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
180 degrees. There was a point you thought Rayners Lane would go
They're
5-3
going
ahead.
to accelerate,
And
yeah.
my goodness, Town have found this from somewhere. Corner from the left as we look at it. Do they normally go long with these corners?
With this squad, I think they will. Although he's found the
interesting.
edge of the
Flatman.
box.
Oh, dear, oh dear.
Dean Rule's done really well in the end. And Farnham work the ball back to Kai Tanner, who works it around the outside to Flatman. And the instruction from below me is to start again. Tom Smith across to Joe Jackson, and this is where Farnham Town will just want to pick apart the Rayners Lane defence. Jackson. Lamar Karoma, who jinks back inside. Every time Farnham Town are looking for Dean Rule, and here he is, a man who scored a hat-trick this evening. And that's a poor pass.
Oh, dear. You won't be happy with
Commentators curse there.
that.
And that's a long...
And that is safely in the hands of Nash.
Certainly the instructions to get Flatman and Rule on the ball, and here is Flatman.
Quite right. Oh, dear.
Looks to play
Ambitious.
inside to Postons, but here's a chance down the other end. It's like basketball. And that's going to run out to Brandon Kalu.
And back to Nash.
Who's calmly played it to Josh Leyland, who slips. It is very muddy and wet out there.
It is.
Leyland looks short to Knight, who plays it back sensibly to Nash. Farnham certainly found a lot more of the ball in recent minutes as Flatman wins that header, as does Dean Rule, and it's flicked over the head of Charlie Postons and away from the Rayners Lane goal. It's in
my
that mud
goodness.
bath, and it's stuck.
The ball just went dead, didn't it, in that mud
But
bath.
Dean Rule is on the ball.
Right, Flatman
Wide
again on
to
the left.
Flatman. Is patient. Flatman finding some space. Jinks back outside, and it's Tom Smith, who's looked dangerous on this left-hand side. Jinks inside. Flatman. Big tackle in the end, and it's going to stay in, I think. I think it's going to stay in. No, it's just going to go out.
Flatman was claiming that he was pulled back there. I think he's right. The referee didn't see anything.
I've not seen that for a long time. A player having to go and retrieve their shin pad from the other side of the pitch.
Yeah.
At the order of the referee.
Absolutely. Good refereeing. Sensible.
I think he's been
Health
quite
and
good.
safety.
I think he's been
has,
quite
actually.
good. I think he's made 2 poor penalty decisions, but other than that, I think he's let the game go in what has been a very entertaining football match of 2 high-quality sides.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. And the assistant manager, Thogden, is clapping on the players from the dugout. He's loving it. My son is loving life in that dugout.
Oh, dear.
He's been so excited about this game for days. And when he heard it might be called off...
I was as gutted as you were.
Yeah.
Nice from Leyland, who wins
Nice
the ball
recovery.
back, but it's slippy. But he's played a nice pass and nice touch from Lamar Karoma.
Very
Drives
nice.
forward. Jack Knight. That
dear.
was probably the right idea, but not the right execution. And Farnham Town find themselves getting hit on the counter-attack from Rayners Lane. There's a man free in the middle of the pitch.
Oh, dear.
Kalou
Good
with a very,
defending.
very smart
Very
piece of
calm
defender.
defending. Gets it back to the keeper with his chest.
Nash towards Postons, who flicks it on.
Chase it.
Oh, that was a brave pass.
It was.
That was a brave pass. Ball comes inside. Leyland
Again.
does well to win it, but loses the ball with the pass. Farnham Town need to relieve their pressure, and that's what you get with
Very
Lamar
nice.
Karoma,
Very
who wins
nice.
it back. And it's Dean Rule. Farnham Town certainly grown themselves back into this second half.
They have. They're playing some lovely football. And
Just as you say that.
yes, the curse of the commentator. Certainly, I think, thinking back to when I've watched non-league football throughout my life, I'm sure it wasn't always played like this.
It wasn't.
I'm sure.
It wasn't.
I'm sure players at all levels of the pyramid.
Flatman, I tell you what, has played an unbelievable pass out there, out wide to Kalou. Can't quite bring it down in his favour. But yeah, non-league, different clubs play different styles, and
Yes.
I think we're quite expansive.
Yes.
I think that's a fair way of putting it.
Yeah.
We try and make it entertaining for all newcomers.
Yes.
Tom Smith picks it up after a pull.
Good.
That's really nice. And Dean Rule gets away from his man on the left-hand side, and it's inside to Lamar Karoma, who has slowed the ball down and ultimately probably slowed down a Farnham Town opportunity. But Joe Jackson drives
Into
forward.
space. Lovely.
Still got it.
Lovely.
Joe Jackson. It's really good from
Beautiful
Jackson.
football.
Rule, the hat-trick hero. Jinks inside. What's he going to do here?
Ref,
Offside.
it's given offside. I suppose we trust in the linesman, but I didn't see that.
250 people watching Step 5 non-league football on YouTube this evening.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. Hello to everyone who's out there. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us on what has been a very, very entertaining night of football. 15 minutes to play. From my understanding, it is straight to penalties, and it's currently 4-4.
Wow.
It would be entertaining.
I can see a winner happening. I can see a winner here. It's going to be 5-4 one way.
Hopefully in front of that loud clock end.
That would be nice. Yes.
They've probably seen the best goal of the game.
Yes. Absolutely.
They've probably seen the best goal of the game with Dean Rule's effort to make it 4-4.
Of course, what we see at the clock end, the banners are out in force, aren't they? Some good banners there.
Yeah, absolutely. Got Pat Nash's, Owen Dean's,
Yes.
Jimmy Hibbert's, Snake Hips. Nice header, controlled header from Joe Jackson. Brandon Kalou plays a sensible pass down the line, but it's not won by Kai Tanner. And Farnham Town win a foul on the far side.
And the Rayners Lane gaffer is having a bit of an exchange with one of his defenders.
Well, they're seeing that this area, this left-hand side, is becoming a real problem for them.
Yes.
As Farnham Town pick up the ball, and it's Tyler Postons on the far side, who did well to win the first ball. Probably not the player I'd want crossing the ball. I want him in the middle of the box, but he's done really well.
Now, can he
Farnham
shoot?
Town Oh, Kai couldn't quite get himself into the box to find a shooting opportunity, but he will try and win the ball back. Ball goes long, and just need to deal with this sensibly.
Good.
And they do, and it's very good.
Very well
Short.
played, yes.
Jinks inside, goes outside, ball's still in play on that far side.
Flatman is screaming for it in the centre.
He's taken too long.
Oh.
And it's a
Oops.
foul, and Rayners Lane get the ball moving fast. And it has the sense of a basketball game. One end, the other end, like it's just so
there is
fast.
absolutely zero time wasting here. Each of these sides wants that winner, wants that 5th goal.
And 5-4 will be quite the result.
Yes.
As the ball goes forward into that area. Really nicely played from the debutant Jack
Flatman's
Knight.
got it.
Now it's Flatman.
He's got a wand of a right foot, as we know. Nice touch into the area.
Oh, Dean Rule, who's been dangerous all night. Great from Knight, number 14. He's been really impactful, actually, since he came on the pitch. And that's very smart from Flatman.
Very, very smart pass.
Kalu, can he get it wide? That's an overhit pass, but he's going to be okay. And it's Kai Tanner.
Oof.
Oh, Farnham can't quite get it. Kalu to find Tanner with a 1-2, but he's done well to battle back. That will be offside if he gives it.
Offside,
he
yes.
will. Rayners Lane again take the ball and the free kick quickly. Look wide. Joe Jackson again alive to it. Gonna Shaw. What's he given?
I have no idea.
Farnham Town foul.
Yes.
33 minutes gone, about 12 to go. Before some big decisions for Thogden to make when it comes to penalty takers.
Absolutely. He's got to be picking. Has he got the notebook out? He's noting that he's going to take those
Has
penalties.
he been watching enough of the Rayners Lane goalkeeper over the course of the last week to see which way he dives?
Absolutely.
Will he be giving information to Pat Nash?
He genuinely has got his phone out, and I think he is actually writing down who he wants to take the penalties. Although I'm sure the real gaffer will overrule
I hope so.
him.
I hope so.
I hope so, yeah.
But it's completely up to Jono to say what he wants. I'm not sure. I think the 5 probably selects itself out on the pitch as we've got it. Charlie, you'd expect to take one. Dean Raw has obviously got 3 tonight. Flatman would definitely take one.
Yeah.
Then you're probably looking at more experienced players, the likes of Tom Smith on the left-hand side and Joe Jackson at centre-half.
Right.
They'll probably be your 5.
Yes.
And then if it went further than that, then, let the luck be with us.
Yes.
But Rayners Lane sticking to their guns, continuing to play good football. Farnham Town have looked great in spells. So have Rayners Lane. 2 very, very good football teams here at Step 5 playing in the Premier Challenge Cup. Farnham Town with 9 changes to their starting 11.
Oh, dear.
As that is a very overhit pass from Elliot Buchanan, who's been very, very good up front as the number 9 for Rayners Lane, but that wasn't very characteristic of him.
No, he's the centre forward. You wouldn't want to play against him, would you? You wouldn't want to be a centre back marking him for 90 minutes.
Flatman, the pushing her back, but it's volleyed long. And I tell you what, Charlie Postons is going to be close to this.
He wasn't a million miles away from that.
It was an innocuous ball forward, but Postons worked hard.
Yes.
And got close to it. And now Postons is back in the game from the offside position. And it is clipped forward. And Leyland does well. I think unfairly.
I think
given
that was 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
He needs to concentrate because Rayners Lane do take free kicks quickly, but referee has stepped on the ball and stopped it happening. I thought, 50-50.
Very harsh, that. Very harsh. But it's a tough job being a referee, and sometimes you just got to come down on one side or the other.
And it's going to be a tough job being a kit man for both of these teams after this game.
Yes, and even worse being the groundsman repairing this pitch.
Oh, God. I feel for Pete Smith, who's going to walk out there at full time to inspect his beautiful pitch. And he's going to go, all that for that.
I know.
All that hard work, one game.
I know.
Out the window. But that is non-league football,
That is.
Right, chance for Rayners Lane to get the ball forward with about 10 to play. Farnham Town just need to maintain their discipline. Farn maybe 1 or 2 extra chances, but that's a very poor pass from Rayners Lane. And Rule is going to focus for Charlie Postons to go forward, and it's a good tackle. Postons regains the ball. Smith, nicely done to Lamar Karoma. That's short, but Rule, who's looked confident out there this evening. picks up the ball, and Leyland drops his shoulder.
Oh dear,
Nash with a poor kick.
oh dear, oh
Ball
dear.
goes high, and that is wide. But
Yes.
a poor kick, probably Nash's first mistake.
First mistake,
At
but
the
you know
same end
what?
as we saw the other mistake.
When you see how muddy that pitch is, you let him off one, don't you?
You let him off it, but you'd probably say he should take a touch. No,
Yes,
like
he probably
expect
should.
it to be a bad bobble
That is true.
and
That is true.
compose himself. He's so good on the ball. Oh, I'll tell you
But-
what, there's a chance here.
Oh, he slips. He slips.
If Lamar just could stay up one more step there, Farnham Town were in. Through the mud, in the centre of the pitch.
Whoops.
Lamar bumps into his player.
Dumps him
And
unceremoniously.
now
on the
Rayners
floor.
are
Oh,
moving
dear.
the ball quickly.
Oh dear.
Chance for a winner here for Rayners with 10 to go. Ball comes in,
Nash needs to collect. Oh,
headed away. Lamar needs to get to that. Oh my word, that is
My
absolutely
goodness.
gorgeous.
that is the definition of calmness. That's
a big tackle.
referee.
He's got straight up though, Kaitana, and Farnham need to keep their concentration as Rayners Lane again get the ball towards the box. It's been thoroughly entertaining football as Kaitana
It
comes
certainly
away with it, and
has.
he's accelerating away
Oh
from his
my
player.
goodness, look
He's
at his
gone,
pace.
Gone past one. Oh, he couldn't quite find a pass. There was more players actually on our near side. Jack Knight doing well to cover, but
Oh my goodness, he is
he's
fast.
rapid. He's
Oh
got into
my
the box.
goodness. Oh my goodness,
Is he
a
gonna give it?
penalty.
He's gonna give it.
It's a penalty.
Joe Jackson was beaten for pace.
Oh dear.
Joe Jackson was beaten for
6
pace.
minutes to go, and it is a penalty to Rayners Lane.
Rayners Lane have an opportunity to.
But what an explosive bit of pace
Brilliant.
by the number 16 up the left. Incredible.
Brilliant play.
And you've got to say there have been 3 penalty shouts.
We've deserved to concede a penalty this
It's-
evening.
Yeah, I probably agree with you there.
And that was the one that the referee was happy to give. And it will be Elliot Buchanan from
And
the spot. I
it's-
think this is for his hat-trick.
Yes.
I think this will be the second
Right.
hat-trick of the game.
Right.
And it would make it 5-4 with about 6 minutes to go. But Pat Nash will relish this opportunity to make himself a hero.
He will, he will. 19 years old, full of confidence. Ex-Everton Academy, as we know. He's tapping the posts. He's doing everything he can. He's filling the crossbar.
Buchanan
Chance to make himself a hero.
shoots, scores. Farnham Town go
Heartbreak.
behind for the second time in the game, and it could be the most important time for Rayners Lane as they go 5-4 up. It's been nothing but entertainment, but it felt like it was always going to be a mistake or a moment of brilliance to win this game, and it was a
Yes.
mistake, unfortunately, for Farnham Town
Yes.
that led to a penalty. But brilliant piece of play from the
But
Rayners
a
Lane left winger.
wonderful, yes. The number 16 up the left, absolutely explosive. And they fully deserve that, to be quite honest. But the game's not over.
It's not.
5 minutes plus a little bit of injury time. And we know that Farnham Town will not give up.
They've been good in these circumstances. Can they find one or two last chances to give themselves an opportunity? That's a really nice pass from
That
Joe
is.
Jackson.
Oh,
Good from Tanner, who looked to. Oh, and it's Rayners Lane going to come out with the ball. Rifled up against the Rayners Lane player, and Farnham Town get the throw in. About 5 minutes left as the ball goes back to Nash,
oh dear.
who kicks it and it stays in. Farnham Town need to be sensible. And it's a Rayners Lane throw.
So it's not often you see 9 goals at a football game.
You couldn't have picked a much better first Farnham Town experience.
Right, that's right.
It's been a game of great goals and funky defending.
Yeah. But is this a case of focus on the league, really? I mean, the league obviously means.
Yeah, we got
a
the
lot
league in the
more,
fires.
doesn't it? Yes.
This was always a third, tertiary priority for us.
Yes.
If we won, great. If we lost, I think we always wanted to lose in the right manner.
Yes.
And I think tonight has been the perfect
Yes.
display that Jono would have wanted. Goals, goals galore.
Yeah.
Bit of fun for the spectator.
Absolutely.
And to get some players who probably, I think Dean Raw, I think he'd admit it himself. He's been low on confidence recently.
yes.
And to bag a hat-trick tonight is
Brilliant.
really good. And Charlie
Oh
Postles.
my goodness, that's a bad challenge. That could be a yellow at least. It's a yellow.
He's writhing around the floor, Charlie Poston.
It did look like a naughty challenge, that.
Your son is not happy with the offence.
He's not. Thogden is. He's on the pitch. He's encroaching. He's moving out of his area. It did look a bit naughty, shall we say.
It was high, wasn't it?
It was. It was.
Farnham
And the question
Town.
was it yellow or red? And it's yellow.
Yeah, I mean, from this distance, we've got no idea how to make out. I mean, we can watch it back here right in front of us as it comes back out down the line. He does really well to get it under control. Brings it back here. Nah, it's a yellow card. It's a poor
Yellow.
attack.
Okay, yes. Yes.
It's one of those ones, if they introduced the amber card, the orange card, it would probably be one of those two.
That's right.
But Farnham Town have a chance to get the ball in the box.
They certainly do.
Rayners Lane playing a really, really high line.
Yes.
Dean Rule asked to come round the back, unmarked. Ball goes in.
It's a good one.
Great touch.
It's a good one. Oh, my goodness.
What's he given?
What's
Goal
he
kick.
given?
Goal kick.
Oh.
It was a great first touch from Josh Leyland, but he's a centre-back. He's not the man you want to be in front of goal.
No.
But what a ball in.
What an incredible ball. And for a moment, you just saw the equaliser.
Here it was.
Sort of-
Look, here it goes. First touch was great from Leyland. And then the goalie does really well.
The goalie does really well. Half-hearted appeals for a penalty, but it wasn't, was it? No, it wasn't.
But Farnham showing that they aren't done here yet.
No, absolutely not.
But either
oh my
Rayners Lane.
goodness, the number 16.
I tell you what, that is fantastic.
Very, very good defending.
And a bit of brave defending. You know he's just given away a penalty
Yes.
against exactly the same thing.
Same guy.
And Flatman is starting to enjoy himself out there on the ball. Lamar Karoma.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a poor piece of play.
Come on, Flatman, win it back. Yes.
Done well. Flatman. Really
Brilliant.
nice.
Brilliant.
Dean
They got
Rule.
a man over to the left.
Now Smith. Can he get it
You've
across?
got four guys in the middle.
It's good,
Oh.
but it's not enough. And it's really nicely. Oh, he's going to slip.
Dear.
And here come Rayners Lane again. A slip. There's a man over on the
And the
midfield.
number 16 has switched sides. He's into the area. We know how good he is.
Great tackle.
Superb.
Great tackle. Wrong decision though.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Deal with it. Deal with it. Handball.
Someone needs to deal with it. It's just been entertainment personified in a football match. It's been everywhere.
It has been wonderful.
Dean Rule. Opportunity for Farnham Town.
Will there be one last big chance for Farnham?
You feel like that was the chance though for Leyland.
You
But Farnham,
kinda do,
can they
don't you?
get one more?
But they've not given up.
We're into added time as the ball comes forward.
Oh.
It was the right idea. It was the right idea. 300 people watching along. Thank you very much.
Fabulous.
Please do subscribe. You're watching Step 5 Football, and yes, it is this entertaining every single week. Forget your Man Cities, forget your Arsenals. You should be watching Farnham Town
You
and your
should.
non-league local club, because it's
Absolutely.
what really matters and what can really make a difference.
Support your local.
Dean
Right.
Rule.
Come on, Farnham
Tom
Town.
Smith.
Let's have one more
Nicely
chance.
done.
Very nicely done.
Now he needs to find a pass. He does. Referee does well to avoid it as well. Ball is played outside. I tell you what, he's
ambitious.
inviting him forward, and Farnham Town have a chance here to get the ball in the box. Kaitana into Flatman. Flatman turns. Now he needs to find a pass, Flatman.
Oh,
That's
dear.
really lazy though.
Oh dear.
He's gone for it. And that has hit the house.
Oh dear. It's in the garden.
Sure we'll hear a complaint tomorrow about
I'm
that one.
sure you will.
She'll probably have woken up to that, bashing against her bedroom door.
Yeah.
Nash takes it short. Farnham leaving a lot of players up front. 5-4 down in this Challenge Cup. Made 9 changes to the starting 11 on the Saturday. But Farnham Town are still battling away here against a very good Rayners Lane team who are top of the Combined Counties North. Now Joe Jackson, who's playing with a limp.
Oh dear. He is injured. He can hardly move. He can hardly move. He's going to go down. But what does the referee do? Because they've used all the subs, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. Leyland with a ball across, and Farnham Town are in trouble
Farnham
here.
are
with
playing
Joe,
with 10 men, basically.
with Joe Jackson. And now there's a
Good.
chance to...
One last chance. A little bit of
Joe Jackson's gone down.
argy-bargy. The referee has stepped in to deal with it, but there's going to be one last free kick, one last chance to put it into the mixer.
More importantly for Farnham Town, they're looking at an important injured player, and
Right.
Joe Jackson over there, who's filled in for other injured players over the course of the last sort of 6-8 weeks, both at right back, left back, centre mid, centre back. He plays everywhere.
Yes.
And he gives you a 7, 8 out of 10 every single week.
Yeah, and the medical staff are going on to treat him, but it looks like his game is over.
But you don't need 11 players to sit the ball in the back of the net for a free kick.
That is true.
Basically, in exactly the same situation they were in 3 minutes ago when we had that chance and it was forced out for a goal kick.
Absolutely. We want a free kick of the same quality, don't we?
Absolutely.
Whipped into the same area.
And hopefully not find a centre-back, but a striker instead.
Yeah.
It's Pat Nash who's going to take the kick.
Sensible. Farnham Town down to 10 men for the remainder of this game.
It's exciting.
Everyone's going up.
The watch time's going to be great on this video. Nash with the ball in.
Jump.
Tell you what,
Goalkeeper slipped. Oh my goodness.
Nash is out of his goal. Smithy will have to chase him back. The 16 has been really, really effective since he came on.
He's been a match winner, that number 16. Play on.
That is a foul.
Yeah. So we're 4 minutes into injury time here.
It's any moment. That was the chance, wasn't it?
That was the chance, wasn't it? And for a moment,
it looked
the
great.
keeper slipped, didn't he?
Yeah, it looked good.
But Rayners Lane are just going to pass it around, keep possession, and back to the keeper.
Rightly so. It's a great result for them on the road in a pursuit for a cup. We did exactly the same last season, try to win one of these cups.
Right.
And with Rayners Lane not being in the FA Vars or the FA Cup this year, it's an important cup for them. And if they do go on and win this game, which I'm sure they will now, I'd wish them the best of luck.
Absolutely. Now, Rayners Lane have come here, they've played football the right way.
They've been fantastic.
Bit of an early setback, 3-1 down, and to come back the way they have, massive respect to the visiting team.
Yeah, and it's been a classic cup fixture.
Yes, it has. It really has.
It has been a classic cup fixture with some epic goals.
Epic, absolutely epic, absolutely. Can't wait to see the video on the Thogden channel.
Absolutely, but the pick of the bunch probably Dean Rule's goal, the 4th Farnham goal, and his hat-trick goal where he jinked inside and picked out the top corner.
That's great for the lad.
Really, really good, and a hat-trick is exactly what he needed.
Yes.
Knocking on the manager's door, as they say, as
Yes.
Rayners Lane take it to the corner. But it's a Farnham Town.
It's offside.
I think it's offside, yeah.
Yes. So I think this is for Nash to punt it as far as he can.
That wet,
oh my goodness,
ball full of mud as Nash kicks it. Keeps it in play down that far side. That's a great header, that is. Put some back on the back foot.
Nash. He's going to do it again.
Got a bit more time this time in the centre of the pitch. Nash with the long ball. It's a great ball as well.
Flicked on. Yes,
great
it is.
Flick on.
One last chance. Come on.
Kai Tanner. Tanner does well to keep him under pressure, but he's nicked it off him into the box. Doesn't want anything to do with that, the referee.
Goodness.
And there he's blown up. Rayners Lane win 5-4 in what is a cup classic here at the Memorial Ground. We wish them the best of luck. Thogdad, have you enjoyed yourself?
It has been amazing from start to finish. Thank you for having me up here in what you call this, the gantry.
The gantry, yeah.
Yes.
The director's box.
The director's box, right. I'm going off for a nice cup of tea.
No, thank you very much for joining.
With Thogden. So yeah, thank you for inviting us. It's been amazing.
Thank you very much. We will see you. We'll be live streaming next Tuesday for the visit of Shearwater to here, and we will next see you at Red Hill away. Thank you very much for joining us. Unfortunately, a Farnham Town loss this evening, but doesn't affect the league form or the Vars run, and Farnham Town crash out of the Challenge Cup, but in no part embarrassing from the display this evening. A penalty won it for Rayners Lane. Some amazing goals, a Dean Rule hat-trick. Thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyable. We will see you next time. That was fun, wasn't it?